Hello, my name is Melanie. I'm a chartered physiotherapist working at the Berkshire MS Therapy Centre in Reading, and this is a video on seated upper limb exercises that you can complete at home. If you feel able, you could try these exercises in standing as well, but please make sure that you have something to hand in case you feel a bit wobbly. So we're going to start off by raising our shoulders up as high as they can to their ears and then dropping them down so they're as far away from your ears as possible. And this is a shoulder shrug, so we're going to do 10 of these, up and down. Really feel each time that you're getting a good lift and a good drop. Hopefully at first it'll seem a bit tight, but everything will loosen up as we go. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, right up as far as you go, don't stop, and 10. So though we've done them both up together, we're now going to try and just do one at a time, and that will give you an idea of whether you've got a restriction in one shoulder more than the other. So we're just going to keep trying to lift and drop. Still remember to drop as far as you can. You can take it nice and slowly. That's a bit better for getting full range than if we do it too quickly. Okay, and last one. So staying with the shoulders, we're going to just do a shoulder roll. You can go forwards or backwards, and we're going to go both ways, so whichever feels most comfortable, do that first. So I'm going to go forward, so I'm going to feel that my shoulders are making a really big circle. That's it. Back, up, and down. You might feel your hands moving on your thighs. That's absolutely fine. Just feel that you are making as big a movement as possible. Conversely, your arms might not move at all because your range is very small. Okay, so now we're going to go backwards. Same thing, really opening the chest. As you come back, feel you're pulling your shoulder blades back together and down. Up, round, down, up. Okay, we've got 3 more to go. 1, 2, and last one. Okay, so we're going to let the arms go down by the sides now, and we're just going to raise the arms up as high as they'll go, but I don't want you to force it. So if it's only 3/4, that's absolutely fine. The most important thing is to keep the shoulders down and level. So as you're lifting, don't let the shoulders come up. That means it's too hard for you. So as high as you can lift them, but keeping the shoulders level. Okay. So we're going to do this 10 times. I'm going to keep on going. See if you can float the arms up. Try not to make it too effortful. So it's a nice gentle movement up. You can join in by looking with your eyes as well, as long as this doesn't make you feel dizzy. Okay, and we've got 2 more. Up, looking up, and down. Last one. Up and down. Okay. Now, I'd like us to do it one arm at a time, but maybe we'll try and get a little bit of a rhythm in this time. So we'll lift one arm up. As that's coming down, we're going to lift another one up. Okay, so we're going to try and get a little bit of a rhythm. 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Okay, let's do a few more. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and rest. Okay, give it a little shake out of your arms. So at this point, you could actually add in some weights. We're going to do some more, sort of slightly more dynamic work with the arms. So if you feel like you can, we can either hold on to some weights. It doesn't matter how heavy they are. I would say try not to overexert yourself and think the heavier the better. Sometimes it's better to have them nice and light, and then you can make sure you do the movements really properly. If you don't have hand weights, you can use a bottle of water. Do bottles of water because they've got a nice shape to them and they won't slip out of your hands. Okay, so we're going to start with punching. Really nice and simple, just forwards one at a time. And we're going to do this for about 30 seconds. So 1 and 2. Keep the shoulders lowered, keep your arms into your side, try not to let your elbows go out to the side, keeping them nice straight forward, nice strong movement, get the elbows as straight as you can, bring the other hand back up to your waist. Okay, we've done 20 seconds. Let's see if we can do another 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, keep going, nearly there, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and rest. So if you feel you need to, you could rest for say 20 seconds at this point, but I think if we just take a couple of deep breaths and feel like we've relaxed those shoulders down, and then we'll start with some more. So now we're going to do the same punching, but we're going to go across the body, so we're feeling a twist in the waist. Okay, so it's going to be like this on a nice diagonal. Okay, great. If you feel like you've got that, here we go. Another 30 seconds. 1 and 2. Reach, reach. As you get going, you could try and reach a little bit further each time and feel that twist in your waist and your back. Remember to keep the shoulders down and keep moving as smoothly as you possibly can. Try and keep into a nice rhythm. Okay, got another 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Okay, resting the hands down. Again, give yourself a little break. Shake out the shoulders if it feels too much. Now, this is a bigger one. We're going to put together the forwards and the sideways ones, and we're going to try and start down at our hips, and we're going to reach up and across right up to the ceiling this time, looking if you can with your head, but remember, if it makes you feel dizzy, keep everything a little bit lower. Here we go. Here's our next 30 seconds. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Keep reaching, keep lifting. Keep your head upright, keep your body nice and straight. Try not to slump into the chair. Try and keep nice and upright. Okay, that's us 25 seconds. It goes so quickly, let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. Okay, so we've done quite a lot with the shoulders now, and we're going to go into using the biceps, which are the muscles in the front of your arm here. So we're going to do a bicep curl. That should be nice and simple. Lots of people have done it. We'll do it bilaterally first. So we're going to bring the arms up to the hands up to the shoulders and then release back down. Try not to be too quick because we want it actually to be a purposeful movement. So up, squeeze up, and then control it back down. Okay, so squeeze up to the shoulders and back down. Let's see if we can go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and see if you can keep going. We've got another 15 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice rhythm. Well done. Keep going. 5 more seconds. And there you go. And rest. Okay. So we've done it both together, and we're going to do the same thing as we did with the shoulder lifts. We're going to now do it one at a time so we get a nice rhythm going, but do keep it controlled and don't let the arm snap back. Okay, here we go. Up, 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 up. Really squeeze, make it really nice, defined movement that's nice and controlled but nice and strong. So up and down, making sure the elbow gets to that straight point each time, but nice and controlled. Okay, nearly there, another 5 seconds. And stop. Okay, so muscles work in pairs. So we've just been working the biceps. So now we're going to work the triceps, which are on the back of the arm. We have been working them by straightening out, but I'm going to turn to the side, and if I start with my hand in by my waist, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten the arm out behind me, tensing the muscle in the back of the arm. So we should be able to really feel that, and then we're going to control it back to the waist. Okay, so we're going to do both sides but separately. So we're going to start now with the right, and stretch and release. and stretch. We'll have a tiny hold for about a second when we feel like we've got to that full extension at the elbow. And remember to really try and keep your shoulder as far away from your ear as possible the whole time. Pull in your tummy and stay up nice and tall. That's great. Okay, 2 more. And stop. Okay, we're going to turn around and we're going to do the other side. If you have a chair with arms, it might be better to swap to a chair without arms, or if you're in a wheelchair and it's safe to do so, you could remove the chair of the arm of the wheelchair to help you. Okay, same on the left side. Up tall, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and remember to squeeze that arm into straight. Squeeze and hold and release. Squeeze and hold, and it's a nice controlled release of the full extension from the elbow. Feel like you've really got that up tall in the body. Another 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, and last one. There we go. Round we go, back to the middle. Now most probably I'm going to drop the weights now because this one's a little bit harder because it's going to be a bit more of a combined movement. So I'll put these down on the floor. So we're going to use, this will be using the muscles at the back of our shoulders and the front of our chest. Okay, so we're going to start with our hands up in front of us. If we can, we're going to try and get your elbows up to shoulder height. Keep your hands and your elbows straight forward if you can. And then we're basically going to open the arms up, really feeling like we're pressing back into the shoulders and then come forwards. So this one's quite hard. 30 seconds is quite a long time. We're going to start now, pushing out, coming back in, pushing out, coming back in. So it is hard because you've got to hold them up and take them out to the side. When you get out to the side, try and keep the shoulders nice and level, elbows up. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, keep going, 2 more, we can do it. 4, and last one, and down. I can really feel that when I start it myself because I feel you can really feel it in those top parts. When you're doing that exercise, if you feel that your shoulders are coming up, do put your hands down and give yourself a little break. Don't feel like you have to just power through. Okay, so now we're going to do lifting, working the deltoids, these muscles on the top of the shoulders, which are really important. So we're going to put our arms down by our sides, and we're just going to lift the arms up and down. So this one is quite hard, and you might feel yourself doing this shoulder lift. So we really need to keep the shoulders down, maybe reach towards the floor before you start, and then you're going to lift up. Try and imagine they're floating up and floating down. So the movement's just happening in the sockets. They're just rolling up, rolling down. Okay, rolling up, rolling down. You might find realize I'm just reaching to the floor slightly before I start the lift to help me keep the shoulders down. So see if maybe that will help you too. Reach to the floor and up and down. Okay, let's see if we can do 4 more. 1 and down, reach down. 2 and down, and 3 and down, and last one, reach down, float up and down. Okay, I think you might be feeling like you need a little break after that. This one is a little bit easier, so you'll be glad to hear, because we mainly keep our arms by our sides. So we're going to start elbows into the sides, and your elbows are going to stay in at your sides at all times. So you're going to keep your elbows in, arms parallel to the floor if possible. And as we go out, we're going to turn our palms up as far as we can. It's another one working those muscles at the back of the shoulders, and that really helps with our posture, keeping us up against gravity. And then we're going to bring the arms in. Okay, here we go. Out, push, in and down. Out, lift, in and down. When you come back in, try not to slump when your arms come down. Try and keep the chest lifted all the way through and back to the middle. And out and back. Okay, we've got another 5 seconds. Out and in, out and in. And last one, really trying to get those arms out as far as possible. Bring them in and down to your lap. Okay, so the last exercise we're going to do is a little bit more, could be a little bit more vigorous. It's going to be a rowing action. So you could do it as a nice small thing where you just are forwards as if you're on a lake, doing a nice row with a boat. So forwards, reaching as far as you can and then bringing the arms back in, keeping the elbows into the body. If you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, we could go a little bit higher, leaning a bit further forward and looking down. So we're maybe going to do a bigger movement where we're following with our vision. Okay, so we're going to start now. So maybe we could start off a little bit smaller, just until we feel like we're working the body through all the movements. And then as we get a little bit more warmed up, we're going to just try and get it a bit bigger. So looking up, following the hands down, joining in with that head and leaning from the hips. Forwards we go. Let's see if we can do a couple more. And last one. Okay, thank you very much for joining in. I hope you've really enjoyed that. If the arms ache afterwards, it might be worth doing the cool down exercises in the other video. Thank you very much.